Hi, if you're watching this, YouTube Power 1, and this is why you are so attractive. I'm gonna try to speak louder because I be watching my videos back and I be like, damn, I wish this video was like louder, like shit. So I'm sorry. My bad. Okay. Why is my pile 1 so attractive? Why am my pile 1 so fine? Okay, you are so fine because you are a diamond in the rough. You could have been through some shit and you just still prevailed and you always kept your head up and you knew. And maybe like even when you're going through a bad time, you still look good. So people just like, oof, like it don't matter what you do. You could be dressed in a trash bag smelling like dirt and I still want you. Like you make everything look fucking easy. You're so attractive because people feel like you just have really good luck and you're very optimistic and you keep going. And people just almost choked. People just adore that about you. Okay? It's like you could just have like a really like you could glow. Like people could say, "Oh my gosh, you're glowing a lot." Because your energy is just so good and just so bright and it doesn't matter whatever's happening, you always have a good vibe to you. People like spending time with you. You're so attractive because when you go out and you have fun and you make people feel loved and listened to and just you know how to turn people up. Okay, people find you attractive because, and you're so attractive because you are very strong and I feel like you're the friend that everyone leans on. And I know like for our strong friends, it's like, oh, you know, I'm so strong, but who's gonna be strong for me? Who am I gonna lean my head on? But it's like you still manage to take care of everyone and yourself so well. And maybe if you are the strong friend, you feel like people don't check in as much for you, you should definitely just make sure you're checking yourself. Make sure you're checking yourself too. You know, make sure that you are you know, getting your emotions out, whether it's journaling, talking to yourself, whatever makes you feel the most comfortable. But just make sure you're checking up with yourself too. You know, you're not a fucking therapist. You may be, but you're not a fucking therapist, and you don't have to be the one who holds everyone's problem. You have your own problem. You can put it down, you know, like make sure you're allowing yourself to listen but not absorb. Sorry, that was a tangent, but why is my pile 1 so attractive? People could find you sneaky and mysterious, or some people like the way you lie. Maybe you come off as like a goody two-shoes, so people don't expect you to do bad stuff, but when you do bad stuff, it makes people more curious about you. People like, damn, she did that, damn, he did that, damn, they did that, like, ooh, you know. So people like hearing about you. Yeah, you could have like this undercover dark side with the devil coming out, the card, but like people could find you very like sexually attractive, like, you know, you could be very prude. There's there's a horn honking outside. It's like, you know, people could want you to dominate them. You're attractive because you're very focused. You don't mix business with pleasure, or maybe you do, and that's what's attractive about you. It's like you have your good side and your bad side, and people want to experience both, or people like to experience both. You're very giving. Okay, you're a giver, but you're kind of like a breaker. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you could give to people, but you don't give them. Like, you work very hard, and you could like make a lot of money off of what you do. But when it's time to give people stuff, you kind of like bread from them. Like, you don't have a lot, knowing that damn well that you have a lot, and you could play favorites too. Or, yeah, you could play favorites. Like, you give the people who ask you for stuff. Whoever you fuck with most, you give them more, and you give people you really don't fuck with less, knowing that you have the equal amount for both. And you could be selfish too, and you don't give everybody, like, if people need your help, you don't give your all like you could. You just give them, I'll just give you that. So, yeah. Why is my pile 1 so attractive, Spirit? What is so attractive about them? What is so attractive? You're very determined. You could be a fire sign, a woman. You don't have to be. Aries, Leo, Sag. But you're just very passionate. You're very popular. People find you beautiful, and people like your ideas. And you could talk very nicely. People like the way you speak to them. You always speak to them very proper and very kind and like stern. not stern, but like it's like you're very clear when you talk. Like you say how you feel, you say what you mean, you say it very respectfully. You don't let nobody stand over you because you got the Queen of Swords right after that. So it's like, you know, when it's time, when someone's playing with you, you know to let them know, hey, don't play with me. I was being respectful with you, but now you're trying to play with me, and we don't even do that right here. And I'm about to get, I'm about to get crazy with the mouth on you, but just know, watch yourself, right? People find you attractive because you have a lot of options. You're attractive because you have a lot of options, and you never let one thing sway you. You always look at the bigger picture before anything. So, and people like how you're like very good on your toes. Like, you seem very mentally clear. Like, you could be a very mental person, not mental like mentally ill, but you pride your mind, if that makes sense. Like, one thing you're gonna do is you're gonna sit and think about something. You're gonna make sure you go over all these feelings and all these, all these thoughts. Whatever seems the best for your life path, you're choosing. And people like it about you because they know they can trust your judgment. Okay, yeah, you take your time, and you're always because you take your time, and you take your time so well. I know that's weird to say, but it's like you really go through the process of breaking stuff down so you can understand it and understand what will be best for you. People find that attractive because it pays off for you. Every time you sit and think about some shit, or think about an idea, or think about a choice, you make the right choice every time. You're always successful no matter what. Even if the choice is wrong, you still end up winning. So it's like people pride your mind. Your mind is so attractive. People, you could attract very sapiosexual people, or you could be sapiosexual yourself. Just like, the most attractive thing about you is that brain, baby. The way you talk to people. Like, you're an intellectual, and people appreciate that, and people find that very attractive, okay? And the things you say, you shake people up with the tower. Like, you shake people up, okay? You may say things that make people have to have new perspectives, but they appreciate you for it. You shake people up. People just adore you, okay? You're attractive because you work through problems. You're a healer. You know that if some shit is bothering you, you might as well just get it out the way and handle it, so you don't have to deal with it no more. This is pretty good. I'm trying to do like longer readings. 1209 may be significant. You could be a Sagittarius. Shout out to my Festa. It's 12:17 on the clock right now too. So again, same with Sagittarius. Anything else on why my pile 1 is so attractive? People just want to court you. You could be getting courted as in like approached, or a love offer by an earth sign, male, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They could just find you attractive. They could just want you to sit on their meat rod. You feel me? That Ace of Wands, that stick. But yeah, you're just so attractive because you're intellectual and your brain is smart, and people just want to see your good and your bad side. Like, people want to really break you down and get to know you, but it's just like you're so mentally strong. It's hard to do that because you don't really let people in. You don't let people cross boundaries for you, or like you don't let people jump the gun. Like, some people want to explore a relationship really fast, but you're like, hold on, bro, we on my time right now. Like, let's slow down because I got other stuff going on, and I don't just jump into relationships or friendships or whatever the case may be. Thank you so much for watching with your little sex ass. Bye. Hi, if you're watching this YouTube pile 2, and this is why you're so attractive. Why is my pile 2 so attractive, spirit? Okay, you're attractive because you're an overthinker. People could just see you as very overthinking. You have a lot going on in that brain, okay? And you're very curious and you're very nosy. And it is like, it doesn't, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but it's like people find that attractive about you because you always have something. You always are ready to throw in a new perspective because you're so curious and you're nosy, and you always have the newest information, or some details or some information you're really not supposed to have, but you have because you was being nosy and you was snooping, okay? And people can stalk you, watch your social media. They like seeing what you're doing. You could be a little immature. You could have really red skin, red undertones in your skin. You could like the color red. You could be an air sign. It gives Libra. It's Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. It gives a Libra. Honestly, you could be a Libra. Okay, you're really attractive. I feel like it's kind of hard to say why you're attractive, because Like, a lot of people want to give you, a lot of people like to share with you. You could just be a very funny, you could be a very funny person, but it also gives, like, you are so hard to put into a category. That's why you're so attractive. It's just like, you could just be very silly, and it's hard. They said Jim Carrey, like, I don't know. It's like you fit everyone. You fit every aesthetic. You fit every style. Why is my pile 2 so attractive, Spirit? Yep. Oh, you got the Ace of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Lovers. Like, people, you're just attractive. Like, it's just you're just an attractive person. Like, there's no reason why you're so attractive. It's just you are. Like, that's just who you are. You come off as very attractive, and you could be like a person who's not conventionally, I think the word is, or like societal wise attractive, but your energy and you as a person is just so attractive that you just attract everybody. Because, like, even if it's not like people romantically always coming up to you and giving you offers, it's just like people still want to talk to you. Like, you will find a friend in everybody because of how attractive your energy is and just who you are as a person. Like, you're a beacon of light. Okay, you can be a very good problem solver, and that's attractive. You know how to balance people out. You can take people's burdens and show them how to manipulate their situation into a better situation. Sam's Vibe by Duran Bernard is playing right now. I love him so bad, and his personality is just every fucking thing. You could be Sagittarius, a Gemini, or a Leo. You don't have to be, though. But it's just like, you just bring light and balance to everyone's life, and that's why you're so attractive. You're such a good vibe. Like, you make everyone feel at peace, and that's why you're so attractive. Okay. Hold on. Let me pull some more cards for you, Bookie Butt. Why is my pile 2 so attractive, Spirit? Yeah, you're pretty impulsive. It's just like everything you do is probably funny to people. The way you live life, like, you just have an interesting, weird life where you just can do whatever and just, you don't care. A lot of people want to commit to you. A lot of people like spending time with you, like to celebrate with you. You could be one of the friends that people pick for speeches and stuff because you just are just so funny. Like, you're attractive because you're you, and you're like you're a rare person. Because you don't fit a category, you are a category. Like, that doesn't even make sense because you really can't fit anywhere. It's just like, you don't fit in anywhere because you're your own person, and that's attractive. So, like, for someone, you may be watching this, you may not get attention, but it's just like, your soul is such a good soul, you know, and some people don't get to see good souls, but just know you're a good soul. So if nobody comes up to you and tells you, and you don't feel like you make friends easily, but you really feel attracted to this pile, like, just know your soul is beautiful and you're perfect the way you are, but you need to just shine your light a little brighter and start talking to people and open up a little bit more so you can attract more people to you. One, and for somebody else, you know that you're just the shit. Like, you know, like, I'm a cool person, I'm a cool guy, you know, like, you sit back with your glasses on and people are always like, what the fuck, look at them with their glasses on, like, they're so funny, they're so cool, you know. Anything else from my pile 2? My pile 2 ski. Yeah. People like to celebrate you. People like to share with you. Okay? But don't be a breadcrumber. Even pile 1 got that. I don't know what's wrong with you. Don't be greedy. You know, if you have the means to share with people and help people out. Because people love you and appreciate you. Okay? You could be just a little bit selfish. Right? People love to spend time with you. And people, it could be someone who wants to freak you. But, like, some people get turned on by your personality because you fit everywhere, but you could be a very sexually fluid person. You like to have your fun. That's for somebody. So it's like somebody here could be in your energy wanting to freak you because you just make them laugh so much. You're just like, ugh, like, you're so funny. Let's fuck. And then it's like, somebody here is very prude and doesn't really like to have sex, you know, and doesn't really like to, you know, you don't do the one-night stands, and you really like to build connections. There's somebody in your energy who wants to freak you, too. And you could just have a lot of people who just want to be, like, romantic with you because you make them laugh. But you're just like, no, you feel me? You're not my type of little shit. Thank you so much for watching Pile 2. Continue to spread your light. Please, please, please. We need you. We need you. Thank you. Bye. Okay. Hi, Pile 3. If you're watching this, you're Pile 3. Duh. And, this is why you're so attractive. And the first thing I said before I even started shuffling was, you smell so good. So you smell good, and you can remind people of smells from like there. You could be a vintage perfume wearer, or you just wear like old school perfumes, or like perfumes that old people will wear or old ladies will wear, but not like the stinky perfumes, like the good perfumes that you like, you know, that linger. Like, it's just one girl at work, she's a bitch. I don't know why she doesn't like me. I just feel like she doesn't like me. But she always smells so fucking good. And you can smell her from a mile away. But it's not no way where, like, oh, you put on too much perfume. It's just, that shit smells so good. And it's so strong, you know? So you smell really good. And that's why you're attractive. But why is my pile 3 attractive? I almost said 2. Okay. You're attractive because you're very good with your emotions. And you could be a very smooth talker emotionally. Like, you know how to pull on people's heartstrings, or you make them think about stuff a little bit longer. Like, you make them check themselves emotionally because of how well you talk. You could be very good at apologizing. Like, you could be like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, the best way I can explain it is like, there's this scene in Deliver Us from Eva where one of the main characters, his name was Ray, he was apologizing to 2 girls in the club because he led them both on and they found out about each other. He basically was like, well, don't be mad at each other, be mad at me, because I was the one playing y'all, and I'm not in a relationship with any of y'all, but I'll string you guys along. You know, he took accountability for his actions, but he like manipulated in a way where he can still mess with both of them, if that makes any sense. So like, you're very good with your words emotionally. You know how to take accountability, and people still fuck with you even if you do them wrong, because of the way you talk. Like, you know how to what's the word? You're very charismatic. I don't know. Sorry guys, I'm gonna read a book soon so I can learn new words. Chill on me, okay? Chill on me. You could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. You don't have to be. Lovers came out. People, you're just a very attractive person, and you could be very like, you being in relationships can make you look more attractive, and that's why people are attracted to you. Like, every time you get in a relationship, everybody wants to be in a relationship with you because you look so good with people, and you brighten everybody else's vibe. Like, you brighten your partner's vibe. So you could be the more attractive partner out of the couple, you know, like, you're the most attractive. Not that it's a competition, but it's just like, some people really do look better than their partners, and it's just like, wow, you're so beautiful. Like, wow. Not that your partner's ugly, but you know, you're just a very beautiful person. You could be very like, I don't want to say sexually fluid, but you're very like, you're sexually open. And the best way I can describe it is Sierra from Love Island. Like, I just feel like she's very like, I'm saying sexually fluid, sexually liberated. That's the word. Like, she is who she is, you know? She likes that freak shit, and that's who she is. And everyone, even if they're not initially attracted to her, when they kiss her, they always are attracted or surprised, or they like the kiss, you know, because she just is who she is, you know? You may not think you're attracted to me, but guess what? You ain't tasted me. You don't even know. Sorry, that may be too much. A lot of people want to be in a relationship with you because you have a lover, and I keep seeing the 2 of Cups. So it's a lot of people who just find you attractive, and it's just, people see you bring joy into your partner's lives, and that's why you're so attractive. Yep, you could be a Libra. Gemini Libra is here. You're very, and Lick You Up is playing by H-Town. Like, come on now, stop. You're very, like, if a word was to describe you, it would be sexy. You're very sexy. You have commanding sexual energy. You make panties fall to the floor without having to touch anybody. You make them boxers fall to the floor without having to touch anybody. You know, whatever. You just make people, you look at somebody, you give them a look, and they just immediately jump into bed and get naked because you are just so like, gotta have you. I love that for you, Buki Butt. Why is my pile 3 so attractive? But you're very fair and you're very balanced, and you don't play that shit. Okay? Yeah. If people aren't living by your moral compass, or your moral code, or they do some shit you don't like, you are quick to cut it off. And when you cut people off, they take it very hard. You could be very aloof. You could be Aquarius. You don't have to be, but you're very aloof, and you just kind of you be in your own world, and people find you sexy because you're always out the way. You're doing your own thing, and a lot of people want to offer you love too. And if you're not good at relationships, or you've never been in a relationship, or like you just don't like being in relationships, I feel like you should get in one, because like a lot of people just want to experience you, you know, and they just want to be in a relationship with you, and they want to offer you. And I feel like you would be a good person in your relationship. Like, I feel like your relationships are very fun, even if they're short lived. They're very fun, and they're very like, they make people feel good because you have the Ace of Cups in the Sun. So it's like, it could be a Leo. You don't have to be. Scorpio's here too, but you don't have to be. But yeah, it's just like, you just make people feel good, and that's why you're so attractive. You have a good energy, and you're very sexy. Like, your energy is sexy. It doesn't even have to be your face. Not saying that you're not, like, physically sexy, but it's just like your energy is very sexy. And I think it's because a lot of people don't get to experience you. The thoughts and the ideas and the fantasies people find very sexy. They're just like, I want to know how they really are and how they really act. Why is my power 3 so attractive? You take your time. Okay? Finances, you could not be worried about your finances right now. You live very good. Okay? Yeah. You're just sexy. People, and it could be a lot of, like, women or, like, whatever your sex is, like, the same sex are mad at you because, your energy is just so different and so commanding. And you could be the type of person to take people's partners away from them. But not on purpose, but just, like, you could be walking down the street in your own world and somebody who's in a relationship looks at you for a little too long and their partner gets upset because they're like, what the fuck, why are you looking at them? And of course, instead of blaming their partner, they blame you for being sexy. Why are you even coming outside like that? Or why are you even doing it? But it's like, it's not my fault, bitch. I was in my own world. Because if your partner didn't look at me for as long as they did or how they did, you wouldn't even be mad. So it's misdirected anger, and you need to get that shit in check, bitch. What else for my power 3? Yeah, you're very beautiful. You could have really pretty eyes or really pretty skin, clear skin. You could be Hispanic. You don't have to be, but if you are, you're like, for someone specific, you're very, very, very pretty. Like, you're just the epitome of beauty. Okay? You're very intuitive, and when you're in your masculine energy, you're very nonchalant. The Empress here, Aries, and the people who could, or someone who could be interested in you could be Aries. Doesn't have to be, but yeah, it's like you command. You're not afraid to take what you want and leave. You're not afraid to argue. It's just like your energy is very attractive. You're attractive because you're attractive. Like, I don't know, Power 2 got that too. It's just like who you are is attractive. Who you are is attractive. The way you talk to people is attractive. You know, it's just, you're just a very sexy person. And I feel like you know this too. Like, you could really physically be like the standard of beauty, and you're just doing this shit just to see. You know you're attractive. Stop playing, girl. Stop playing, girl. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.